Hello, everyone. My name is Tim B. Green, and this is Crush It Club, episode 64. Why PLR sucks. So what PLR is it means private label rights. Private label rights gives you basically the legal right to take content that you've purchased, information and articles that you've purchased under the private label rights agreement, which allows you to resell or repackage that content as your own, essentially, so it appears that it's your original work. Here's the problem, though. Almost everybody and their dogs publish the PLR they use verbatim. In other words, word for word with zero changes. How do I know that? Because when I purchased a package for about $400 of PLR, excited about all the time it would save me, I quickly realized after buying my first article that it wasn't a great article and that I had to fix it. So what I decided to do before purchasing a second piece of my potentially 400 pieces of PLR that I could buy, that I used Google and I searched out the title. So when I went back into the PLR site, I searched the title, so then I could go right on Google and I could find the entire article, not only for free, and then if I decided I liked it, I'm happy to pay $1 for a good article. Saves me a lot of time if it's a good article. Unfortunately, the first thing that taught me is everybody publishes it verbatim. And that means if you publish something in your program, in your coaching program, and you say, this is my material, come get it, and they type it in to Google and find the exact same article on 10 other sites, now any credibility you had, if any, as an expert is gone. Is that really good for your positioning? Is that really good for your authority? If you're selling yourself as an expert, as a specialist with special knowledge? My answer would be no. So the next one is that you pay for what you get. And typically PLR is fairly inexpensive. There may be expensive PLR that may well be worth it. I have not seen it. I have not checked for it. But here's what I found in my experience. The PLR that I purchased was low quality, out of date information written by obviously non-native speakers who are very likely paid poorly, paid by the article. That means they're given an assignment like, go find out how stress causes ulcers. Well, here's the thing. Stress does not cause ulcers. Two individuals, one of which who gave themselves an ulcer to prove that ulcers were not caused by stress, but by a specific kind of bacteria, won the Nobel Prize. But there's still things like PLR out there saying, well, you know, stress causes ulcers. It's completely wrong and it's been proven so. But that's the kind of crap you're going to get when you go on, and what it is a poorly paid, probably non-native speaker is getting paid by the article. So they're getting paid for speed, not accuracy, not expertise. And that's the other thing. They're probably not experts. They know enough English to be able to write an article at a passable level to get paid a minimum wage to then go write these articles and make a living off that. And they get paid by the article, which means time is money. So speaking about paying for what you get or value for what you get, if you've watched any of my videos before, even if you're watching this one, and so far you've gotten some value out of it, let's start with that. Have you gotten any value out of this video or other videos that you've seen of mine? I do one every day, so that's why this is 64. And if you did, if your answer is yes, do you want more of these kind of videos? Do you like them? Do you like these ones that are critical, which most people are afraid of doing? Because it's like, oh, you can't be honest, but negative. Well, the truth is, if we want to make our world better, we got to call out the stuff that's not perfect either. And this is bad. Touching your face is bad because it means you're insincere, or it means you have an itchy nose. Okay, so if you've gotten value out of any of my articles or videos and you want more, then please show me some love. Subscribe to this channel, but even more than that, please share the link for the video or the link for the article that brought you value, okay? どうもありがとうございました。 that is Japanese. I'm going to think that you probably can guess what it means. If not, reach out to me and ask, and I'll be happy to answer. Okay, so for the next thing of these points, why PLR sucks, is most knowledge, most knowledge that's reached the PLR radar is likely so damn common, so well known, so out of date, and often questionable in its accuracy. My nose is so itchy. In its accuracy, that it's like wives' tale, like stress causes ulcers. 2 people won the Nobel Prize, proving that stress does not cause ulcers. But if you find PLR content online, it will probably say that. So the reason I've already covered, but essentially poorly paid people who are themselves not experts getting paid to write these articles, and that's why they're cheap. So here's the other thing, because you get PLR, I wanted PLR more to save time than to replace real legitimate expertise that I have. I've got that, but I can't get more time. So I was like, I'm going to save time with this. But in the time it takes a truly knowledgeable expert, or even a sufficiently average knowledgeable expert who's competent at writing to fix the grammar, the style, and the mistakes, because it probably wasn't written by a native English speaker, you could have written a superior article in the same time it takes you to fix this $1 or $5 article that you paid somebody to save you the time, which you didn't save unless you publish it verbatim, discrediting yourself and publishing crap with poor English. And I'm not being fussy. Okay, so then the next one is, if you want to be seen as an expert, become an expert. Leave PLR to the fakers. Now, what I want to say about this is you can totally and legitimately keep your credibility by saying, I'm becoming an expert. I'm striving to become an expert at this. I'm not an expert yet, but here's what I've learned. That will maintain your credibility without you basically lying, not fake it till you make it, but lying and discrediting yourself as an expert by using PLR and pretending to be an expert when you truly are not. You will be busted. Be honest about your level of expertise. I'm on this journey to become an expert, and people will appreciate that more and trust you more now and in the future for doing that. So this is sort of the closeout here. And this, if anyone can show me PLR that doesn't suck, which doesn't reach these kind of negative criteria that I've described in this video, that cannot be found easily and verbatim online, that is, if you try to sell it as your own original material, if you try to position yourself as an expert, and I can find it on 10 other websites already, because it's PLR after all, and there's a lot of people buying the same articles as you, that is good. So if somebody can show me high quality PLR content that is legitimate, shows expertise, doesn't need to be fixed, awesome. I would love to know about it. Please share that in the comments or whatever, right? And then the last part is, please understand, I'm not against the idea of PLR. I'm just against the low standards and fake expertise it perpetuates, then that then just discredits words like coach. Coach is now a worthless term on the online since or before COVID started, because every clueless idiot out there is suddenly a coach, whether they are or not. And it makes it very hard for people who have worked for years or decades to become experts and coaches to then sell their services, because every coach is questioned as being false, because so many are faking it till they make it. So it's the low quality and then the misinformation that PLR tends to contain, which is the reason PLR sucks and why I really think you should not use it. If you can show me a counterpoint to good PLR, I would love to see it. My name is Tim B. Green. This has been Crush It Club episode 64, Why PLR Sucks. Bye for now.